What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my F1 2016 Mobile Career Mode. Today we have episode 44 at the Brazilian Grand Prix in Season 3, and this is the penultimate race of the season. Check out the last video if you haven't seen it already at the Mexican Grand Prix. That was quite an interesting race. Although we won the race on track, spoiler alert, we actually dropped down to P3 because of a 5-second penalty for the really harsh track limits, effectively costing me a race win. It doesn't matter, we'd already won the Drivers' Championship, but today it's all about the Constructors, seeing if we can bring both championships home to Maranello to see if Ferrari can get a double championship in Season 3. It will be brilliant if we can secure that today, because then the pressure's completely off for the last race. Let's see if we can do it.
It's time for today's race at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache circuit here in Sao Paulo. And as any of the 80,000 capacity crowd will tell you, this is going to be a fantastic race.
The perfect start to our weekend. We secure pole position, my teammate Kimi Raikkonen on the second row in P4. By my calculations, if we can hold position today and win the race, and Mercedes get a 2-3, then Kimi only needs to finish P9 in order for us to secure the championship. Let's see if we can do it, as the Brazilian Grand Prix is go in Season 3. Pretty good start off the line. Hamilton trying to challenge into turn 1. Thankfully it's a relatively short run to the centre S, and Rosberg's already ahead of the Briton in the second Mercedes. A very ideal start from us. We haven't been overtaken, and we can let the Mercedes and the AI squabble away as we blast down the retro poster towards Decido del Lago for the first of 18 times. And my aim is simply to just check out of this race and see if we can win to give us the maximum chance of wrapping up this Constructors title. But at the end of lap number 6, and I'm going to pit because the soft tyres have expired and they really don't feel that good anymore, so I'm going to go on to a set of hard tyres. I have been doing a lot of one-stops this season. Great stop from the team, 2.1 seconds. And I've simply been doing one stop so we can try and match the Mercedes, because they do a one stop every race, pretty much soft to hard, or softest compound to hardest compound. In terms of leaving the pit exit, it's going to be really close with Nico Rosberg. Look at this on the mini-maps. We're going to be side by side. The German's going to be just ahead. I really needed to get that move done. We're going to almost try and have a half look down the inside. We're going to try and pressurise Nico all the way up through the middle sector. We've got the fresher tyres, although we've already said the AI don't have any tyre wear. Try and have a look up the inside there as we bend round towards this very long double right-hander. Down the inside we go. We're not leaving the Mercedes driver any space there. We're trying to get the move done as quick as possible. We don't want to battle wear our tyres out or get any damage. Rosberg still trying to have a look on the outside, but we're going to slam the door closed on, well, he's not really been a championship rival, but certainly the closest driver to match me this season. And as we head round towards the final sector, we've got that move done, and now we can look to dropping the Mercedes. It's now the start of lap number 10. We've got some lap traffic. Raikkonen up into P3. It's Danny Kvyat who stays on the racing line through turn 1. He just brake tests me and I've lost my front wing. I cannot believe the AI in this game, the blue flags, is so broken. Oh my god, that is so frustrating, as we see a time lapse of the rest of this lap, and I just now have to limp all the way around the circuit to get back to the pits. What an absolute nightmare. He just completely stayed on the racing line, and look at him now, just trying to fight me. I'm going to put you in the wall there, son. At this point I was just very angry and frustrated, and I just effectively, I just pushed him off the track. So even though he's a lapped car trying to unlap himself, as you can see, I'm trying to squeeze him to get out of my path, because technically he still should be under blue flags, and now I've gone really wide there. I hope this doesn't come back to bite us on the arse at the end of the race, so to speak, because, this one-stop race has now got to turn into a two-stop, because I've got to now have exceptional pace. if we are going to win this race, because the Mercedes will be one stopping. They have made their pit stop, however they will overtake me when I'm in the pit lane, so we are going to have to chase both Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg down for this race win. Thankfully we don't get any pit stop glitch. However, one thing that I don't like is the silly stopping at the bottom of the hill there on pit exit. I don't know why that's needed, it's just always happened in the coding of the game. Anyway, we are in P3 as expected, so Kimi Raikkonen is currently in P4, so as it stands, even if it finished like this, we would win the Constructors. However, I've got a point to prove now, and I want to win this Grand Prix. Lap 12, we're already in the DRS of Lewis Hamilton. We're gaining rapidly on the Briton, the world champion from season 1. But since then, he's not quite been as good. We had a really good traction there through the Cida del Lago, and we're putting tons of pressure on the Mercedes driver. He's on the hard tyre. We're going to try and have a hard look up the inside. Lewis is still there. We're banging tyres as we go through the middle sector. I'm almost losing the car on the curb. We've got the move done for now. Hamilton tries to send it down the inside. He knows this is for the Constructors. Lewis is still there on the outside. We're banging tyres. Hamilton's on the grass. I'm on the grass as well. However, we just about get the elbows out to get that move done. And now at the end of the next lap, we are following Nico Rosberg. Yep, I have said that quite a few times this season, despite the fact that we have won so many races through the Senna S. The AI seem to be really slow through here. We nearly lose our front wing again. We do tap the back of Rosberg because I didn't really expect him to do that at the time of recording. I thought only the blue flag traffic was going to do that. Here we go. Now look at the DRS. We're sailing up to the back of the Silver Arrow. Down the inside at turn number 4. We've got a little bit wide, just like Verstappen. Controversially, of course, on lap number 48 of the 2021 Brazil Grand Prix. You guys all know what happened there. They were fighting for the race win. However, we've got the move done this time, and we did go a little bit wide, partly because I broke slightly too late, but also to ensure that Rosberg couldn't fight back. We're now on lap number 15, and to be honest, I think a 2-stop would have been the better way to go anyway. I have actually got sensational pace today around the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache. There's the lapped car of Pascal Wehrlein in the manor. There's more lapped cars in the pit lane. As I was saying, as here's Kvyat again battling his teammate Sainz for P17. I'm going to very gingerly there try and get past both of them without any damage this time, thankfully, boys. So, yeah, as I was saying, a 2-stop would have been the best way to go around here. I do have really good pace, and I've easily dropped both Mercedes drivers again. At this point, I'm just trying to be careful to not get any damage and just bring the car home. It's the penultimate lap of the Brazilian Grand Prix. We've got a Williams coming out of the pit lane. This is Felipe Massa in his home Grand Prix. A lap down. What a shame for the veteran Brazilian in P14. Doesn't look like he's going to be scoring any points here today. However, is he going to move out of the way without putting up any fight? It looks as if he might do as we try and go around the outside. I've gone a little bit wide there. Massa re-overtakes me. For some reason, he's pitted onto the hard tyres with 2 laps to go. That seemed like a very, very bizarre strategy from the Williams team. Nevertheless, we have got the move done on the Brazilian, and next up is another lap car. I believe that's a Force India. I also believe that is Sergio Perez, who at the start of the season, if you guys remember, was so consistent. He got on the podium a couple of times, but since then his form has really dropped off, and genuinely for the first half of the season, dare I say, he was a championship contender. He was, at one point, I think he was even as high up as P2 or P3 in the standings, but since then, lack of consistency from Force India, and also the fact that they haven't been able to develop their car, means that, you know, they just haven't been able to stay in the championship fight for the rest of the season. That's a big boo-boo there from me at turn 1. Massively overshooting that. I'll just lay off the throttle to ensure I don't get a corner cutting warning for that, so ensuring that I didn't gain time. And yeah, we're on the last lap of the race. Now we've just got to bring it home as we head through the final sector. It's been a brilliant season, one in which where we've won the Drivers' Championship, and with Kimi Raikkonen currently in P5, it means we are going to take the Constructors' title as well in Season 3. Both titles coming home to Maranello, and in Season 3, we are your Constructors' Champions. Mercedes have been knocked off their perch. Ladies and gentlemen, we have won both championships, and we are world champions. There you go. We win the race by 22.3 seconds over Nico Rosberg with an extra pit stop. That, my friends, is domination. Hülkenberg nearly on the podium. Raikkonen P5, as I said. Red Bull a 6-8 for them. A disappointing day for Toro Rosso. And apart from that, there's not much else of note to, well, to mention. There's no other valuable mentions is what I was trying to say. I forgot I had to speak once again. I don't actually write a script for these videos. There's a Drivers' Championship. You guys all know how that's shaping up by now. Perez in P7. We were talking about him earlier, how he's fallen off a cliff in the second half of the season. But the drivers doesn't matter anymore. All that matters is this. There you go. With 72 points in the bag, it means we cannot be caught, with a maximum of 43 points available for a 1-2 in the last race. Even if we don't score any points and Mercedes get a 1-2, we still win by 29 points. So we've done it. It's been a brilliant year. I can't believe we actually managed to do it. I thought it would be a good aim to try and beat Mercedes in the Constructors, although I didn't think we'd be able to do it. That's credit to Kimi as well. We got a 1-2 in the first race. He has got a couple of podiums, but also been a little bit inconsistent here and there in the second half of the season. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to like, share and subscribe. Let's get to 500 subscribers. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server. Both links are in the description below. And I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.